To suggest that this is a matter of women's health care and access to health care for women is a complete misdirection of the amendment before us. This is not about women's health care. This is about whether federal funds will be required to pay for constitutional rights. This is about, of course, the fact that I'm not allowed federal funds to exercise my Second Amendment rights, and I shouldn't be allowed to use federal funds to exercise my rights to privacy under the Constitution, as were guaranteed by Roe versus Wade. I believe that this misstatement to try to characterize this issue as a women's health issue is a complete abrogation of our responsibilities to protect taxpayer funds. This amendment is focused only on taxpayer funds. It is to clarify a potential loophole in the new health care law, which requires the Office of Personnel Management to establish and administer at least 2 multi-state plans that will be offered in each state. This is an important clarification.
Gentlewoman, yield for question.
I will yield, Mr. Chairman.
Thank the gentlelady. Under the Second Amendment, I believe that individuals have a right to bear arms. I think most Americans feel that way. And so people are allowed to buy guns and rifles and automatic weapons and ammunition, etc.
Mr. Chairman.
The Nunnelee Amendment says there shall be no funds for abortion. So we do recognize the constitutional right you were referring to and allow taxpayer funds to be used in licensing and inspections and facilitating the purchase of guns, but the Nunnelee Amendment would allow no abortions at all. I yield back.
And Mr. Chairman, thank you for yielding back. My argument is that we're talking about the use of federal funds. We're not prohibiting the exercise of someone's right to privacy under the Constitution. We're prohibiting their use of federal funds to exercise that right.
Would the gentlewoman yield for a moment?
I will yield.
I just would like to clarify, because we've had this debate over and over again. The Hyde Amendment stands. No federal funds can be used for abortion. And during the debate, many of us were very involved in that debate, and therefore you must write 2 checks. If you want to pay personally for an insurance plan that covers things that you may not approve of, you have to write a second check. But no federal funds can pay for abortion. The Hyde Amendment stands. There are only specific circumstances that my good friend Henry Hyde included. No federal funds can be paid for abortion under the Affordable Care Act, and that's why we mandated 2 checks. So you can pay for a plan that will not cover it, and other people with a second check may pay for a plan that will cover a voluntary procedure. So be assured the Affordable Care Act will not provide funding for abortion.
Madam, Mr. Chairman, I thank the gentlelady for yielding back, and therefore I see no harm in adding language that just reiterates what is what.
The gentlelady yield.
You know, Mr. Chairman, I will just. I'm out of time.
Time of the